Okay, good morning. This is Miss Triangle. I'm going to make a video on problem or exercise 22 from homework 3-2 from Tuesday. I got a couple questions on this problem, and it does involve remembering quite a bit of math from last year algebra class, so I will go over that. So to start with this, I can see I have parallel lines. I know they're parallel because they're marked with these arrows, and you actually have two transversals. So here's transversal 1. So if that is a transversal, that means these two angles, 2y and 2x plus 12, those are consecutive interior, so they should be supplementary. So if I add them, 2y plus 2x plus 12, it should equal 180. Same thing on the other side. Those two angles that I made green. So 4x, well, I'm going to put the y first. Y plus 6 plus 4x equals 180. Then you kind of want to simplify your equations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to minus 12 and minus 12 to get the constants, to get the numbers on the other side. So I get 2y plus 2x equals 168 because 180 minus 12 is 168. Okay, for the red equation, I'm going to minus 6 and minus 6. So I get y plus 4x equals 174. Then what you need to do, this is what you did probably for quite a long time last year in algebra, is you have a system of equations. You have two variables, you have x's and y's. You need to get one of them to eliminate. So your goal is to get like a positive 2y and a negative 2y, or a positive 3x and a negative 3x. Okay? So what I see with my y's is I have a positive 2. So I would like this one, I'll make it green here. I would like this one to be a negative 2y. It's a 1 right now, but I would like it to be a negative 2 so that I can make a 0. So I'm going to think to myself, I'm going to move this over, what can I multiply this whole equation by to get a negative 2? I'm going to multiply the whole thing by negative 2. So I'm doing negative 2 times 1. So I'm doing negative 2 times 1, that gives me negative 2y. Negative 2 times 4x, that gives me negative 8x. Negative 2 times 174. Let me check what that gives me. 174 times negative 2 is negative 348. So I multiplied this whole red equation by negative 2. The top equation in black, I'm going to just copy. 2y plus 2x equals 168. I'm just copying it. I'm not changing it. Now I've met my goal. I had to do all that work to get a negative 2y and a 2y. That's why I did all that. And I'll show you why in a second, because now if I add my system of equations, negative 2y plus 2y makes a 0. I can cross them off. My y's are gone. All right, then I'm going to add negative 8 plus 2. Negative 8x plus 2x is negative 6x. And I'm going to add negative 348. Whoops, what did I just do? Hit the wrong thing. Okay. Sorry, I don't know what I did here. There's going to be a little text box in this video. Okay, so negative 348 plus 168. That gives me negative 180. I divide by negative 6, so it looks like x is 30. Let me zoom out for a second. So x is 30. Then I'm going to go back to one of my equations. It really doesn't matter which one. I'm just going to go back to this one. You could go back to any of them. And I'm going to plug in my x. So I'll leave a little parenthesis. I'm going to plug in 30 because x is 30. That gives me 60. And I'm going to solve. So I'm going to minus 60 So I get 2y equals 108. I divide by 2, and I get 54. Okay, and I don't think it asks you in exercise 22 for the measure of the angles. If it did, you would just go ahead and plug that in. All right, so that's the video on problem number 22.